Okay, quick one just to check in and make sure that everybody's not overreacting to this nonsense in Iran. This thing is not going to break containment here. I don't think there's much to worry about. I will say, as the president put it, they are acting a little cuckoo. Just take the damn money, guys. Are they really going to die on this Hormuz hill? It's insane. Under no circumstances does Iran possess the ability to control the Strait of Hormuz or to close the Strait of Hormuz. They, like just about anybody else with a shoulder fired grenade launcher, have the ability to harass. These drones are basically inflicting paper cuts. Two of the three ships that were hit yesterday continued on their way. They hit something with the missile, fire in the engine room, it's got to turn around. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. But that's about it. So this is a dead end. The rest of the world is not going to acquiesce in their control of the strait. CNN reported that regional mediators agree that Iran is the one that is misreading the MOU on the Strait of Hormuz and broke the terms. And the EU was quite clear that this is Iran breaking the terms of the MOU. So they've lost any semblance of international support at this point. This is a road to nowhere that leads them only away from the pile of gold that sits at the end of Trump's rainbow here. He's going to take it off the table if he hasn't decided to already. The next ship that gets hit, that's it. The money door is closed. Maybe the government in Iran is just so dysfunctional, they just can't get somebody to step up and say, guys, we need to lose a little face and take the money. Because again, this Hormuz thing is it's a road to nowhere for them. There's no end game in which everybody's checking in with the IRGC and paying tolls. This is some kind of like fantasy cocked up by America haters on Twitter, and somehow these assholes in Iran seem to have bought the bullshit. So this ain't going nowhere. I had cut my oil short down to about 20% of what it was at peak. I'm now, as of this morning, back to 40% on that. Every $2 or $3 it rallies, I'll sell a little more. And the reaction in rates markets is really insane, particularly in the UK and the EU, where they tacked on like 15 basis points to year-end rate expectations. I get it with regards to Europe. Their monetary policy is a function of the oil price, which is stupid, but that's what they've told us. So building in some risk premium there makes a little sense. But the Bank of England was actually trying to hold off on rate hikes even when the supply shock was at its worst. So these rates markets are reacting as if like Brent's back at $95. It's just stupid. There's a good risk reward opportunity. Buy ERZ6 or SFIZ6 to take advantage of this pop in year-end rate expectations in the UK and EU, because this thing's not going to spiral out of control. Worst comes to worst, Trump pulls out of the deal, and there's some missiles flying back and forth in the Strait of Hormuz, and we're still shuttling oil through the Omani corridor at levels that keep us capped at something like $80. I still think the more likely scenario is Iran relents and we're heading back to $60 in short order.